everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they've been on top of their game from the opening tip of the new season. Each time out, they seem to be refining their approach and getting more confident as a unit. They've got to feel good about how things are starting to take shape. All right, guys, topic of the day. There was a stat that came out that was really interesting. Until last season, every NBA Finals in the last 15 years included either Duncan, Kobe, or Wade. Kenny, do you think Wade's impact on the NBA has gone underrated?
I think it has. I would say that I can't name 3 two guards in the history of the game that have a better career than him. I don't think I can name more than 3. Jerry West, Michael Jordan. That's about it. I'm not sure.
You know, above all else, Wade has won titles.
Kobe.
And he's done it in a number of roles with a number of rosters. He's a unique player, and over the last decade and a half, I have to agree with you, Kenny.
But those are the 3.
Yeah,
Kobe,
I agree with you.
Kobe, Jordan, and West. Everyone else can't say they had a better career. Maybe it's equal, but not better.
That's a good one to consider, good one to chew on. Time now for tip-off. We send it over to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Look to grab a win here in Miami. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
And seeing where Utah is, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, you know, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Utah, Doc is out there with Lyons, and it's Hayward, and it's Thunder, and it's the Monster in at the point. Wade can't hit. Man-man defense. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, ran away with that game, mainly in part because of their offense.
Yeah, the ball movement and player movement, so crisp and sharp, and it led to a lot of high-quality shots for them.
Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Passes it to Hayward. Here's Wiles. Clock at 6. And the pass to Doc. Fires it up. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Outside Dang. The feed to Wade. Bosh hits the pick for Wade. Bosh up on top. No good. And Utah the other way now.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Wade dishes to Dragic. Bosh kicks to Dang. Right side a screen. Back to Bosh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Dragic with the drive. Oh, that's blocked.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Here's the Monster. He's guarded by Dragic. The monster passes to Lyons, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Whiteside, no good.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
And Utah has possession. Following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Looking to end the drought. It's hauled in by Luol Deng. Doc's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Outside Dragic. It's Whiteside, top of the key. Then kicks to Bosh. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bosh has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The monster passes to Hayward. There's the screen. Here's the monster. The three. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
Kevin, he told me that basically on the defensive end, if they can do a good job on their outside shooters, everything else should fall into place. He said, listen, if we can force them to work the ball inside on a consistent basis, we feel like we have an excellent chance to win. We'll see, guys.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And so it's Utah here with the ball after the miss by Luol Deng. Here's the monster. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career, but having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
And here's Hayward following Chris Bosh's three. Pass to the monster. Nice ball movement by Utah. To the inside, the 10-footer. Pass to Doc. Pass to Wiles. There's the pass to the monster. No good from outside.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Dragic pitch to Deng. Lets it go from deep. And it's Deng again missing. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Lyons. Inside. It's deflected. Stolen by Bosh. And it's Wade penetrating. That's good.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be far as the block, no matter who's defending.
That's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. A switcher also for Utah. Burks, he's checked in for White. The Heat with the lead. This is the Deng. Bosh hits the pick for Wade. To the paint. Bosh can't get it to go.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Outside, George. Now, here's Burks. He's guarded by Dragic. Shoots from 14. Here's George. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And Miami making a change here. Green's checked in. Utah shooting their first foul shot of the night. George, no good on the free throw. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Here's the monster. He's coming off a 31-point game against Cleveland.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
And the jam by Stoudemire.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
So it's Utah now after the Heat pick up 2. Tries from 10. Connects. The jumper drops. Lamonce's got 5.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed in the bunch.
Now here's Bosh. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. The drive by Bosh. Rebound, Utah. Doc's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. Hey guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
But this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
And some changes here for the Heat. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. And a switcher also for Utah. Boozer's checked in. Utah trailing here. Here's the monster. He's got 5. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Bosh. Here's Green. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Utah's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Hayward kicks to Boozer. Passes it to Doc. 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass. And Utah leads by 1. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Green kicks to Bosh. Stoudemire with a screen. Bosh passes to Udrih. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Right side Bosh. The fadeaway. That's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Utah shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Udrih. Shoots from 14. And again it's Utah.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Udrih. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5, as you mentioned. That didn't take very long, did it? And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Udrih. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
1:35 left in the first. 5 to shoot. Here's Bosch. Here's Green. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And Utah making a change here. Stockton's checked in. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Here's Udrih after Gordon Hayward's bucket. And Udrih kicks to Stoudemire. It is now to Winslow. Miami no good on that time either. Utah leading by 5. Stockton outside. In the corner, it's Hayward. Let's go. Stoudemire grabs the miss. They play the clock right. They go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Dishes it to Green. Lets it go with the 3. Can't get it to go. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Now the pass to Dow. Kicks to Stockton. Here's Burks. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. And Utah leads by 7.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. Well, they're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, love for his attitude and ability to be, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang out there with Green. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Stockton dishes to Boozer. It's stolen by Dragic. That's the Heat on the break. Finished off the break. Dragic has got his second bucket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Stockton passes to Burks. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
I think, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Hood kicks to Boozer. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Stockton, here we go. Here's Burks. Tries again. Here's Doc. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. He said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else. Some good numbers in this one for Doc. He has 8 points and a block.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Dragic. He has 5. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Right side a screen. And the wide open shot from Green. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Stockton kicks to Hood. It's stolen by Green. Stops. Pops. No good from Dragic. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here is Doc. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
And he makes the first. A different look for Utah. George is checked in for Boozer. Lyle comes in for Burks. And the Monsters subbed in for Stockton. So he gets them both. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Dragic kicks to Dang. And it's Wade penetrating. Ball stolen. And here we go. Here's the Monster.
It's It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
And that last replay courtesy of Villa. And the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game. Inside. And stolen by Hood.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball and hurt.
Pass to Doc. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And it's good. And now an 8-point Utah lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Whiteside sets the different way. Back to Whiteside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And G.A., as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed in games and hurt his team. And here are the numbers for Whiteside. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 11 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's Dragic, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Dragic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Hood gets the bucket.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in 3-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Wade outside. Whiteside sets the pick for Wade. Got a hand on it.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, the effort and the aggression really favors them thus far. They've completely dominated the backcourt.
Here's the monster, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now a 10-point Utah lead. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Utah.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Timeout called, the Heat. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Dragic kicks to Wade. Inside, and the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Whiteside. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. There's a screen. The monster passes to Lyles. Feeds it to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Utah needs to get off the shot here. Lyles no good. Dragic with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
Yeah, but it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard. A lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy. Coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3, or just taking it to the rack himself.
And that one falls for Dragic.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
The monster, and Whiteside sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Out to Wade. Miami no good on that time either.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Utah leading by 4. Here's the monster. He's got 13. Puts it up from 12. No good. The Heat have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Whiteside is screen on Hayward. And it goes out of bounds and off Dragic.
And look here at the Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. 6th in opponent points per game, 11th in field goal percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive.
And back to their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. Kind of an old school stat, but sometimes pace of play can factor in. But make no mistake, they made things difficult for their opponents.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Marsh comes in for Green, and it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Wade. It's deflected, but they get it back. Bosh against George. A second chance effort, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
He's been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
The first one falls.
A good night for Chris Bosh. He's got 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Utah has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Udrih. Out to the wing. Here's Hood. Another miss by Utah. And here are the Heat. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Wade with it. Now defended by Hayward. Wade against Hayward. Winslow setting the pick for Wade. In the corner, Winslow with it. Kept the wide. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Utah calls timeout.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
A different look for Utah. Carlos Boozer's checked in for George. Alec Burks comes in for Rodney Hood. And Stockton subbed in for the Monster. Now here's Stockton. He's guarded by Udrih. Stockton kicks to Burks. Boozer a screen on Bosh. Hayward dishes to Burks. Hayward passes to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Stockton kicks to Boozer. Tries to snap the cold streak. No good. Stoudemire with the defensive effort.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he was a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
with the block, but he stays with it. The wide open look here for Bosch, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Utah's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Stockton outside. Screen by Boozer. Three-pointer. Hayward. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got his fifth rebound in this one. Now Udrih. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Stockton against Wade. And it's good. Walk through contact. Gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from an off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Utah calls timeout. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks caught by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Doc, he's checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Lions. And Udrih kicks to Winslow from outside the arc. Rebound, Utah. They get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Stockton left side. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. There's a good screen. Outside Bosch. Udrih dishes to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Hayward kicks to Ingles. He dishes it to Stockton. And Utah, another 3.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak. Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
And the Heat call time here.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
Wade passes the Bosch. He kicks it to Udrih. Stoudemire, the screen, shot off the pick. And that's good for 2.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens in the pick and roll game. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The feed to Ingles for 3. But they recover it. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. There's the screen. Knock the pass to Burks. Pass to Hayward. Tries yet again. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Wade. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Hoover. He's covered by Stockton. Now Udrih. Puts up a three. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Here's Doc. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. First for 2. It's on Chris Bosh. Utah shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
In. 2 from the line that time.
And he's doing a great job at the charity stripe. It's easy to overlook, but those freebies can make the difference.
The 3. The basket good off the assist from Wade. She's got it all tied up now for Miami.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
The monster. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. It's all tied in Miami. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the two-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. During the second quarter, they were the better team, outscoring the opposition by a nice margin, and were able to end the half in a tied ball game. Kenny, let's start with you. What you think about the Heat?
I love the way they took care of the basketball. They displayed good patience, strong decision-making, sharp passing, all of it. This is why coaches say, make the right play, not the spectacular play. Well, unless the spectacular play is the right play, that's fine. But don't give away possessions. That's the moral of the story.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Doc, the Monster out there with Heat. And it's Thunder.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Pass to the Monster. Here is Doc. He's covered by Dan. Doc. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
The layup missed.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Hayward outside. The pass to the Monsters. They set the pick. Back to Hayward. And the foul called on Thunder. That's his third foul of the game. And Hayward gets it to go. The Heat shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Outside, Dragic. Right side, a screen. Dragic kicks to Dang. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And the Heat lead by 2. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's the Monster. 13 points in the game. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Dang. Again, the miss by Dang.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of his position, you could see the frustration on his face. You know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just one basket away from winning it all.
The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Off the screen. Dragic with it. Now defended by Hayward.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
There's the bucket. Good.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And it's Wade penetrating on the strike. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bosch.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him. Because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Bosch grabs the miss. The Heat have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Dang gets a wide open look. No good on the triple. Here's Dragic. And Hayward with the block. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The Monster passes to George. There's the screen. There's the triple. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by George. 12 points for Gordon Hayward.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Here's Dang. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist.
Big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Utah calls timeout.
I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Checked in for the Heat. Utah also making some changes. Carlos Boozer's checked in for George. Joe Ingles comes in for Lyles. And it's Burks in for Doc. Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
He's a guy who can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Here's Bosch. Utah with the rebound. Ingles has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. In the corner, it's Hayward. Oh, he got knocked on the three-pointer. Go ahead to the line.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he has 12 points, and he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
You got that right. He's giving them serious doubts about bringing the ball to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Hayward. Hayward hits them both. The Heat trail by 5. Green dishes the box. Bosh with another miss.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's the monster. 17 points in the game. Here's Burks. Miami grabs the miss. Bosh has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Green, and it's denied. Now, here's Burks. He's guarded by Dragic. Hayward kicks to Burks. Pass to the monster. Screen by Boozer. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the monster. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. The monster's got 19 points.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Box the screen from deep. Green. That one goes. Count.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Dragic. Screened by Boozer. And Utah again with the bucket.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. The try by Green. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference. Just absolute domination in this one for the monster. 19 points and 3 blocks.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
A different look for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. Good on the second free throw.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this league.
And he nails the third.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Udrih the pass to Stoudemire. He feeds it to Green. There's the pick. Back to Stoudemire. The 9-foot shot. The shot, no good. Boozer with the defensive effort. Utah leading by 9. Here's the monster. He's got 22. Great D that time from Green. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now Udrih. Back to Green. This now to Bosh. Kicks it to Udrih. The Heat need to get a shot off. Stoudemire the pass to Bosh. And Boozer with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. George is checked in for Joe Ingles. Utah's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. The monster passes to George. It's up a 3. That's good. George has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And the Heat call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And here are the Heat now, a 12-point game. Bosch dishes to Stoudemire, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Great pass by Bosch there.
Utah's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Udrih. Outside Boozer. Top of the key. But they'll get another chance. Here's Burks. Here's the monster. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Heat shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Here's Udrih. Shoots off the step back. That one wide left.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Utah leading by 10. Here's the monster. 22 points for him. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's Udrih. Burks covering. They kick it out to Green. And it's off from three-point range. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. Some solid defense from Bosch. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The drive by Green. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
And Utah making a change here. Goods checked in. Here's the monster. Dishes it to Burks. Outside Boozer. Just 5 on the clock. Uncovered. Misses off the right eye. In for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself. Really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
Bosch drives in, and he trims the lead to single digits. Bosch has got 4 this quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. How about that going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Gerald Green. Lyles checked in for Utah. Doc comes in for Burks.
And Beno Udrih, a 6'3" lefty combo guard out of Yugoslavia. He can run the pick and roll and has really improved from mid-range. Can square up and vary at a moment's notice. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
To the middle, deflects the pass. Here's the monster. Wade is covered. Here's the monster. Passes it to Dow. Puts it up from 17. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's a 9-point Utah lead. And Udrih lacks the quickness, Clark, to stay with most point guards defensively.
Yeah, just by a step or two, and that's why he's better at defending two guards. He does a much better job when he's matched up with twos versus point guards.
That shot wide open. 18 points for Chris Bosh. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Pass to Wiles. Offensive rebound. George. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. George has got 7 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And here's Wade. He's got 7. Here's the two-top. Here it goes. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Utah leads by 9. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Heat trail by 9. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Stoudemire out there with Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Heat. The kick out to Dang. On the wing, Dang. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Contained shot. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass. Stoudemire playing very well. 8 rebounds and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Dragic. That's good. And it's now 26 points for the monster. And Miami shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Dragic kicks to Wade. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And that one goes long. Here's the monster. He's feeling it. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Dragic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Right side a screen. Dragic the pass to Stoudemire. Back to Dragic. Rebound, Utah.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense, because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's the monster. Wade is covered. Shot's good. That's 28 points for the monster.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Wade dishes to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Wade outside. Wade missing again.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
The Heat making a switch here. Green's checked in. Utah leading by 10. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's the monster. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And there's the pass to Doc. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. The monster passes to Lyles. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat trail by 12. Dragic kicks to Green. Tries to snap the cold streak. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Let's call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's the screen. Pass to the monster. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Lyles, and he dunks it down.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
The monster passes to George. In the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Here's the monster, guarded by Green. Lyles passes to the monster. And a foul on the monster. And that'll be his third foul so far.
It has been an erratic performance for him. Just erratic. I mean, he's racking up the turnovers and has taken a step back for every step forward.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Dwayne Wade. Alec Burks checked in for Utah. Green dishes to Bosh. Bosh, the screen. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Here's Dang. It's tipped.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
George, no good. The Heat trail by 12. And it's Dragic off the drive. The kick out to Bosh. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. 21 points for Chris Bosh.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Here's the monster. Passes it to Lyles. Feeds to George. Shoots from the high post. That doesn't go either for George. Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside, Green. Swiped it away. Here's Burks. Another miss by Utah.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now, because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And Utah has possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here is Doc. He dishes it to Burks. Six to shoot. Here's Doc. Pass to Lyles. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And Utah leads by 11.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. No good from 11 feet.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And he gets the bucket. And the Heat shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And it's Dragic off the drive. No good. Utah leading by 13. Here's the monster. The pass to Lyles. On the top of the key. The offensive rebound. And George with the stuff. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
This guy is a beast on the boards.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure. Checking out the game, Goran Dragic is having 13 points and 2 steals as well. Good contributions for him offensively with the assist and also making some nice steals.
You know what, Clark? You're right on the money with that. He's been just as creative as he has been disruptive.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Stockton kicks to Ingles. Screen by Boozer. Now the feed to Burks. Boozer a screen on Green. Here's Burks. Shot's no good. And the Heat going the other way now. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
Dragic kicks to Green from 12 feet out. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
And Stockton, here we go. Hood dishes to Burks. Stockton against Dragic. Now here's Stockton. Screen by Boozer. Here's Hood. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside Dragic. Over in the corner, Green. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Green's got it back down to single digits for Miami. Utah shooting 43% from the floor. Stockton kicks to Ingles. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc. You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And the Heat call time here. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. And Utah making a change here. The Heat trail by 12. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Outside, good.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Utah's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. There's a screen. Stockton kicks to Hood. And Utah, another 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Well, they'll get another chance. Screen by Boozer. Stockton passes to Ingles. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter of this one. He used that pick to perfection. Hood's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Utah.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Utah.
Agreed, Steve. One of the areas that has been critical for them, Clark, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
Huge factor. A lot of hustle leading to buffet style on the glass. Plenty of seconds.
I wish there was a buffet, as a matter of fact, right here. Steve does too, I'm sure. And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Heat.
No surprise here. Just a big-time performance for the Monster. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Here's Wade. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. It would have been really easy to pack it in.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Carlos, with another game tomorrow night and no day of rest, how does this team carry the momentum from this win tonight into a back-to-back game?
I think we'll be all right. We're a deep team. And for us, we just take it one day at a time. We did a good job tonight. We'll get our rest tonight, and then we'll get it on tomorrow night.
Carlos, not a bad motto. Just take what's in front of you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put them on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.